Hello, and thanks for joining. We're here today with our co-host, Briggette Stokes, who's going to be hosting the show today. I am going to be just in the background, and she's going to be driving today. And Bridget, you want to do the introduction?
Okay, I can.
I'm going to throw
Welcome.
it on you.
I'll be more than happy. Welcome to the Walt Weekly Podcast, our followers and listeners and new listeners. We are definitely proud to present a very special young lady today from our hometown, my uncle's hometown, Williamston, North Carolina, in the house 100%. We have joining us today is Miss Rashida Brown. I'm gonna stick it in there. Read it, and I'm gonna add
Yes,
Reddit to it.
thank you.
It is a pleasure to have you here.
Welcome, Miss Bridget.
Welcoming you.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to the Walt Weekly Podcast. We're here today to talk about things that the ordinary, hardworking people don't get a chance to share. Things that are going on
Right.
in our world today. We have the new presidency. I don't always call his name, but if you want to give him a name, I just always
Yeah.
say
The orange one. The orange one.
Clown.
Uncle
That'll
calls him
suffice.
the orange one, but I
He
call
is
him
a
the
baboon's
the,
butt to me.
the chairman, the
uh,
I
chairman
don't like
lady.
him.
And we know that he have a lot of people there in the White House with him. His policy advisor, Stephen Miller, and then his VP, Elonia Musk, and then we
Yeah.
have his VP, second VP, Vance, JD Vance.
Vance, JD
JD
Vance.
Vance, right. So they
Yeah.
have created a vision called Make America Great Again. And
Which was
they use this 2020
mm,
2025 plan to implement the culture of the new culture that they're supposed to be having, including violence with new police patrol, like ICE and other white privileged statuses upon us. So my question to your first question today, for you, I just want to ask you one little. I want you to say your way, any way you want to say it.
hmm
Share with our audience your perspective of our current presidency.
Okay, so right away, thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it. And this is very different. And I just want to tell you a little bit how different it is from other podcasts. You watch these other podcasts and you have one person leading that podcast talking about how everybody else feel. You don't know how everybody else feel. You got to put somebody up in there that can help you feel the ground. Because these people are looking at news, they're going on YouTube, doing the tickety tock thing, and then they come and say, "Oh, well, I know what's going on." So thank you for that, because I really do. Now, as far as the
okay. You're welcome.
administration, as far as the administration, as soon as that man got elected, I knew it was going to be a 4-year sitcom. That's straight away.
hmm
Secondly, uh, you ever ask yourself, how come everybody walk in so upset? They look angry coming in. Soon as they have to go to the podium, there's an angry group of white men coming to that podium. Thirdly, this man don't even sleep. He might take a nap. He get up in the middle of the night and say, well, let me think of how I can throw them off of this Epstein file again. Okay. Now with
Well,
him
he was
coming,
at some event yesterday. I didn't mean to cut you off, but he was at an event yesterday. He was sleeping in the chair around
whole
all
thing,
these folks.
whole thing. So
Matter of fact, I'm
listen,
gonna add that clip.
when he came in, when Trump came inside of this administration, like I know you heard it everywhere, it's retribution. Anybody that ever did something to him, he gonna get him. And also, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the Ku Klux Klan. You can't tell me he ain't the leader of it. Now look what he's doing to not just the minority group of people. He's doing it to even his own people. Oh, we can be out here, white Aryan nation, but we get food stamps. Now, don't mess with my food stamps. Do you know how many people? Do you know how many wealthy people, well-to-do people, break a toe to buy some food stamps from these girls around here to help pay? They already don't get enough to help pay these bills around here. They have to sell some, take from Peter to give to Paul. It's an embarrassing. He is embarrassing the entire country. It don't. I'm not even when I watch, because I am excited about the news, especially MSNBC. I love it. So I sit here and I watch, and I'm not. It don't even bother me because it don't matter what you say or how you vote or what the judge say. He gonna do what he want to do and then backtrack. He's understanding now in the past few days that we gonna win at the end of the day. You work for
Yeah,
us,
those
sir.
elections were wonderful. Yep.
Those
Right.
elections
Yep.
were definitely wonderful. We're gonna
He
get to
got to
that too.
realize he worked for
Yeah,
us. Did y'all hear that phone call when he said he run the world? He run the
yeah,
United States. He run the world. Matter of fact, like, that is who he think he is.
that
And
is
I
who we
wish I
think
had
he is.
enough tell you. If I had enough time to tell you about Donald Trump, I'm telling you, I'm in it deep. I'll be in there.
I heard so many stories about the guy. You know,
No, the true
sometimes I
story
hate to
is
give
that
him.
he was reared this way. They didn't like him. He was an outcast at first. His brother was supposed to be who he is right now. So he wound up going to military school because he was so fat and not up to par in his father's
Hmm.
eyes. But when he went to the military, he came back ruthless. Then he got older and his father was loving who he had become. And then he got with this lawyer. And the lawyer taught him and say, don't matter if you wrong. If you keep talking and beat him in the head, somebody gonna
But
believe you.
that is definitely his strategy. If
Mhm,
you're
it
wrong,
is.
you just act like it. You don't claim it.
It
They
is.
don't claim it. And I think your words were beautifully spoken. I love it. I
Ah,
love it. I love
yeah.
it. And so do with the concern regarding to the government shutdown. The government shutdown actually affected a lot of people. A lot of people lost jobs, you know.
Mhm.
And so, how do you feel about the government shutdown?
Oh, it's real bad. It's real terrible. I don't think he's targeting just the black community that has these good jobs. He been mad that we was getting these good jobs, and also minorities, to the Spanish community. The target is the Spanish and the black. And him creating that shutdown, it wasn't just jobs. It's Medicaid, it's SNAP, it is daycare,
Mm-hmm.
funding for pantries. That shutdown created a conundrum of things, and I'm very pissed off about it. But we as a community, we are resilient, honey.
Every time.
We
We're
push back.
resilient. Every time we know how to push back, and this is something that we've always done. This is a part of
Mm,
our lifestyle. It's a part
right.
of our culture.
We're
And
not new to this. We true to
so
this.
we know how to go in and adapt to
Right.
whatever is thrown at us. That's a gift I
Hmm.
always thought that black people have anyway,
Right.
being able to adapt to the situation. Our
Hmm.
Very true.
ancestors did it. Our mamas and daddies did it. They did it during
Hmm.
slavery. They did it coming out of slavery. They did it during civil rights. And now we in the moment now that they have been in. So I'm going to go ahead and push on because I know we're in a time zone. I
Right.
want to talk a little bit, just touch a little bit on his obsession with DEI,
I thought you were gonna
with
say obsession with
diversity.
Obama.
Well, now that's the
Well, yeah,
first
that too, but we don't
obsession
want
is
to
with
cover that
Obama.
today.
That is so
Obama
true.
living his head rent free.
Rent free every day, every minute. And I'm glad
Yeah.
Obama know how to drive it in.
Yes. Yes,
Just,
sir.
I mean, I
That's
got to
still my
touch on that a
president.
little bit since you throwed it out there. Yesterday, I was watching the news where Obama on Tuesday greeted
Hmm.
the veterans. Now he's doing something else that he imposed the president, but he won't
Hmm.
nowhere addressing our veterans. Obama
Hmm.
showed up on the airplane, one of the airplanes that they were flying the veterans in Washington D.C. and greeted
Oh
them
Hmm.
and
yeah,
shook
yeah, I
every
saw that.
hand.
Yep.
Ooh, I
And
have
I
to
said,
go
now I
see
know that's
that.
rubbing him wrong because
Hmm. Oh
Yeah.
yes.
When they entered the
Anything he
plane,
do.
he was standing there greeting out the soldiers as they came in. Man, they was shocked.
he was
Anything he
shocked.
does.
One
Right.
of them said, "This is the first time a president ever greeted me, touched my
Mm-hmm.
hand, you know." And
Mm-hmm.
they've been planning on all the social media over. I said, "Good," because he ain't gonna sleep good tonight. He's
Right.
not gonna
Right.
sleep good tonight. But going back to DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now,
Right.
this president has used that as a weapon against
Mm-hmm.
all brown and black. We're really blind. He focused, like you said, focus on black and brown people,
Right.
and he focused mainly on us because we are the ones that have really felt the effort. We have lost. They have eliminated. The DEI program have justified their version of revising America. I guess that's
Mm-hmm.
what they're saying. I mean, revising America. And DEI has been removed from our schools. They have been removed from jobs, our historical monuments and institution, our
Mm-hmm.
higher education, and like you say, even and taking it out of because sooner or later in Head Start, they're gonna want to wait. Don't teach nothing about Black history. Don't teach nothing about Black culture. In other words,
Mm-hmm.
they want to erase us totally off the earth. and just
Exactly. That's exactly what he wants
just
to
let
do.
it be white America, and anything in it falls in line. So, what my question was that is to you, you are a grandmother. You are the grandmother of the next generation. My great great ain't gonna put too many greats on me though, because it might give
Okay.
me some age. But so of the next generation, what does DEI when he does that mean to you? Um, what does it mean to you, and how are you feeling about it? How do you think that we should go about teaching and preparing our children for facing up
Mhm.
this era of they got to face the Jim Crow's laws that you
Mhm.
and I have never thought we now I got some of it and Uncle Booker got some of it, but I know
Mhm.
you and the generation coming up would have never thought you had to face this in a lifetime. It was always hidden, but we knew it shouldn't have been coming out. So how you feel about all that?
Um, Bridget,
Mm-hmm.
it's just him using ways to tell his clan be racist.
Yeah.
Because even though he put it out there, only Target picked that up for real. A whole lot of people didn't pick that up. And then we a strong group of people. Do you want us to really stop purchasing at your store? We the one that buy the most. We the most show offy people, number one. Number two, as far as the schools, they never were teaching us like we were supposed to be taught anyway. You had to that it had to be a special teacher with a special heart, a special knowledge for us to learn what we have learned up in school anyway. But thank God for me and those that was raised with me with our mothers and grandmothers, they instilled in us something different. Now these babies now, these ones that the TikTok and want to be influencers instead of really go stomping the pavement like we did,
Mm-hmm.
they might not show up. You know how when they get in trouble, you know how you know how they people move away from the church, but was brought up in the church. Just
Mm-hmm.
like that, as far as job and watching your mama scrape and scrape to make you have and go without eating. Eventually, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back because all of this stuff that they're doing are just fads. And him with that DEI, it's not. He wants it to be effective, but it's really not. We spend the most money in every department. It's
Everything.
not going to work. Even if they say just to get on Trump's good side, which now he's losing now, and nobody wants to mess with Trump now. But
Mm-hmm.
even if they say, okay, yeah, we're going to go with it, we're going to adopt it. When we walk through that store, they still going to respect us because I wish somebody would. You hear me? My
Well, I
daughter,
know.
anybody disrespect my children, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, my knees hurt, but try me. Try me. One small story, just about 3 months ago. I know we on some time. Let me tell you something. My 22-year-old daughter, who owned two businesses and is manager at Food Line, her name is Terica Reddick.
Mm-hmm.
She was having a situation, and there's this guy that works for the church. His name is, we call him Mr. Melvin. She was short a couple dollars. When she went, he helped me one time, and I sent her over there, and he helped her. He helped her, but he talked down to her. His name is Mr. Melvin Bond, across the street from the post office here in Williamson, North Carolina.
How old is
When
he?
he is
I'm sorry.
he has to be at least 75, 76 years old. But
Oh,
that
okay.
child of mine went to work and called me with tears in her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now tell me everything he said. Did he do what he needed to do? Yes. Do you know what I did?
What?
I changed my clothes. I went to Mr. Melvin Bond, ate him up very professionally, then made him make a recording, apologized to my daughter. It's still in my phone. I'll send it to y'all later. So I could go to my daughter' job, give her a hug, and let her watch this apology letter. And you're gonna see me smiling because you better have done what you're supposed to do. Don't you make my child feel less than. They gave you the lump sum of money to help the community. Don't you talk down to my child as hard as she worked. But yeah, they're gonna respect ours. Cause
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I ain't the only one like this. I'm gonna send y'all the video later. You can use it how you want to.
Amen.
Yeah, yeah. We put it. Yeah, yeah. Put it on the website.
Put it
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
on the
yeah.
website.
But don't forget them. You told them about the website, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
The website's
Yes.
back up and running.
We are
I
back
wrote it down.
on the website with www.the waltweeklypod.com.
Right.
So it's the www.thewaltweeklypod.com.
It'll be in the show notes, folks.
And it will
So
be in there. That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Um, well, DEI to them sometimes can mean, but it really means them taking away our heritage, like we said before, and deleting
Yeah,
our
just be mean to
existence and
the
ripping away
people
the
of color.
knowledge. That's what they plan to do. So, how can we go about preparing? Do you think we prepare our families for the country's shortage in everyday, such as things like food and these subsidized programs that they have cut out? How can we
Yeah.
go about helping each other? Or what is the community doing to help each other
Well,
that you know
love covers a multitude. We all know that. That's number one.
of?
Love is a language that most of us understand. Number one. Number two, we got to be strong because we leading these younger people.
Yes.
They in their own pocket, but they're still watching mommy and daddy, auntie and uncles and grandmas and things. So we just lead them and continue to encourage them and don't make them feel less than when they don't want to listen right then. Keep going at them, keep beating them in the head with it or whatever. And as far as the community, they busy, but they listen to me. I sit in one spot ready to talk. I never thought I'd be Big Mama, but that's who I am. And anytime I have the chance to put something in them good, they grasp it. As far as the community, man, listen, here in Williamston, baby, I got so many chickens and turkeys. At this point, we raffling out people that too shamed to go. We come together. We come together. But it's not.
That's the thing about Williamston.
Mm-hmm.
I've always remember that and I'm sure it's in all the communities. I'm not just saying it's not but that is our hometown. That's the thing about Williamston. If you in need, they are going to come together. I know our Black community is, and I'm sure there's others that are helping out. But I can speak for that myself. You know.
It's not even just Black anymore. It's a lot of people, and I'm talking about they giving out meats. It ain't just fruit and old cupcakes now. It's meat they giving out. They are helping out with. They just doing a really good job. But to how to prepare somebody, I thought of this just this morning. Ain't no telling what Donald Dump gonna do. You hear me?
I like
Donald Dump.
Donald Dump.
Here's the thing.
That's a new one.
That's a new one we got to add.
Yeah, Donald
Put
Dump.
it in there. Put it right on in there. Listen to this. I feel like now that we know, because they're more aware than they were before. But all you got to do is touch food stamps or turn off the Wi-Fi, and here they come asking questions. And how can we fix it? Listen, when it's time for them returns to come, you got to save money. Can't spend it crazily now because you just don't know. We got 3 more years of this jerk. So now you have to be wise. You got a penny pinch. You got to do what's necessary. That's it. You got to be smart about that money because he ain't thought of that yet. And I hope he don't come up in here and be like, yes, we're going to reduce next year's returns. But when you grab that, you got to get it. And that big ugly bill, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. It passed. I can't even believe that it passed. And what's in there is permanent.
Oh yeah, it's permanent until the next. Until the next.
Okay. Oh, right. They were speaking as if it can't be changed, and I was
like,
law.
Yeah, it could be law, but then it always can be amended.
Well, yeah. I would like to tell the community, be smart about these checks y'all getting, and at the beginning of next year. Also, go to school too, because if you go to school and get a little bit more education. Next year, all you got to do is, if you ain't doing it now, you're probably not. A couple of mine are, because I've been talking to them. Go to school, and the same time that income tax is going to come is the same time you get the grant that you don't have to pay back, and put that in some type of savings or some funds. Get ready, because this is not over. We have 3 more years of this buffoonery.
And it takes a while for these things to kick in. So, and they may not even have the opportunity to get grant money if they, so. That is a very wise message, encouragement to tell them.
Could you elaborate on this grant money? I don't know anything about it.
We didn't think that the grant money was going to come through because the shutdown was already 2 weeks in. And
but what is grant money? I don't.
The understand. Grant money is when you could write a grant and get a grant, and from the government. Period. You can send it to Washington D.C. But grant money, for federal grant money, is when you go to school. And if you in a certain bracket or your parents are in a certain bracket, and you can fill out for financial aid. If you are approved for financial aid, then they will help you for your higher education in college and school.
You're talking about like Pell?
And so you don't have to pay that back. So with the shutdown, some children were worried, but we went in admissions and we talked to everybody that we needed to talk to. And they were like, "Don't worry about that. You're still going to come." So I don't think they can really mess with that. I'm not sure, but even if they can get in there now, do
Get
it.
in there, enroll in there
Mm-hmm.
now, and especially, sometimes our young African American boys, they don't feel like it's anything they can do, but they do have jobs out, enrollment
Mm-hmm.
out there at these community college for hands-on
Yeah,
experience, like electricians and
yeah,
plumbers and things. With,
yeah.
I think we had a guest on before, tried to, what was the black mega, uncle? What
Oh,
was
you
his
talking about
name?
Paul Hunter?
Yeah, he tried to say that that's something Donald Trump did. That is nothing Donald Trump done. That was already implemented with Joe Biden and Barack Obama on money out there for our young people to go take up trades and enhance themselves. So that
Right.
that 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 was always there. That was always
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right.
definitely.
That was
Rashid, I
always
got a
there.
couple of questions. Bart, let me know
Uh-oh.
when I can chime in and ask
You
a
can
few. Go
chime in
ahead.
now. You're good.
You sure?
Yes, of course.
All right. Okay. No, no, I can wait. I don't want you to lead. I'm asking you.
I'm telling Uncle. I mean, sorry, Walter. Do you have anything you would like to ask
It's so hard. It's
Miss
so
Rashida?
hard.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay. I do want to ask you. I see you lived in Philly and Williamston. In terms of quality of life,
Mm-hmm.
which do you prefer?
I prefer Stamford, Connecticut. You want to know why?
Okay.
You want to know
Why?
why? Because it's very
Why?
big. Well, one, you don't need a car to get around. You got to, honey, you got to cut off a arm to get around here. No, there are no sidewalks.
I
Time.
grew up there. I grew up there. So
That's all
I'm
right.
a
It's my
Williamston
home
boy.
as well, but it's terrible here. But Stanford is a get money type place. Probably New York too. Um, there's so many things offered there. You can go to school. I think I graduated from CNA and phlebotomy class 3 times. Okay, I went to Job Corps when I get tired of being whatever I was going through as a young adult, and let me move away and become somebody. I started off as brick mason, then I moved to carpentry until I found out I was pregnant. So I was like, all right, let me be a CNA. It's so much more money to be getting up there. It's money to be. I ain't never really worried about a thing, and I lived in a 1 bedroom apartment, and I paid $1,300, and it didn't bother me at all because I was working at Home Depot. If I wasn't working at Home Depot, I was managing Acme Markets in Greenwich, Connecticut, one of the richest cities. It's money up there. If you can get away from Williamston, please do. Can I say that? Get out.
Yeah, don't
Ain't
worry
nothing
about it.
wrong with
I can
that.
edit. I have control. So go
It's
ahead.
it's a trap here. And do you know that I bet you when you move, it still look the same downtown from when you left.
I
Yeah,
know
it
it
hasn't.
does.
I haven't seen it
Just
grow very much since I
it's
left. I guess that's
abandoned.
why
Not
I
many
always
people there now.
retired, kind of stay here
Bridget
in the Raleigh Durham area.
and Walter, they don't have nothing for the churn to do. Nothing to do.
That's unfortunate.
That's
And
why they
then
get in
when the
trouble.
kids go break something and get in trouble, then they say, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you know what is
Yeah.
going on? His
Mm-hmm.
parents didn't raise him with this. They didn't have what we had. I grew up there in the 60s and 70s. I was born there,
Yeah.
and I grew up in the 60s and 70s. And we had so many things. We didn't have like a lot of things like that you would think,
Mm-hmm.
like a
Hmm.
playground, a park, and this and that. No, I grew up during the civil rights movement, and that
Mm-hmm.
was our preoccupation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with me, it was how to throw a bottle and hide and not get caught.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know what I mean, right? But we
Right.
used to we
Mm-hmm.
used to go down there and protest. But I really want to ask you, when I ask you that question, I'm trying to lead up to, you're a grandmother, you're a mother, and you have 9 grandkids.
Yes.
Right? What do you see? How do you see a future for them under the Trump administration?
I don't see a future with them under the Trump administration. That's why I'm involved like I am. I'm on them. If you go to my page, you're going to see more of them than me. I get them almost every day throughout the week. I have 8 of the 9 most of the time. They have me. We watch
Hmm.
learning things. We talk. They're very well spoken. We play. If you go on my page, you will see the togetherness of my grandchildren like I was brought up with my cousins. They know each other. Okay. They talk to
Hmm.
each, they play with each other. They miss each other when they're not around. I sing gospel songs. Bop, bop, you let it go. I sing these gospel songs inside the house. They sing with me. They're my background. We read the Bible, but we read it in a fun way. I hug and love and love and hug. That is very important. It is very important. And I spank. They took spanking out.
Yeah, corporal punishment.
Oh,
You
yeah.
applying corporal punishment down there? You know you can go to jail for that.
Listen, the
That's what the
principal
South
beat.
is.
But the Trump administration wants to put it back in there. You know that, don't
Wait
you?
a
Well,
minute.
that's one
I
thing I
don't
agree with.
beat. I spank. You want to get a pop? Sit down somewhere. Well, look at the other people. Sit down, Joshua. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. No, Mom. You. They go crazy. No, get a pop.
So
Get
you're
a pop.
look, you're about that old generation of you know, even though we had to go through all these hard times, these different presidencies and their laws and what they implement
Yeah.
on us. But the
And this
old
how I get
generation,
them.
we had our structures was discipline, discipline, teaching them the right way to go, the church, and doing things, teaching them how to do things, how to make ends meet, how to
Right.
eat and cook. If you know, I wouldn't listen to some of the young folks were saying, telling on some of these social medias. I'm up there too much though, but I was watching them saying some of the old ladies was going up there telling them, look, you can cook some rice, cut up some hot dogs, make a sauce, and we'll get back.
That's
You know?
right.
That's right.
So
That's right.
so
What my grandmother's taught me was that as a little girl now, it just seemed like so much like we out here by the Moritalk Park. My grandma had 14 children. If she didn't have it while one of her husbands was at work, she'd roll up them jeans, get her a fishing pole, and go to the Moritalk Park and catch dinner. Because we always got some rice or some mashed potatoes or potatoes to make mashed potatoes. All my daughters got fishing license because they get food stamps they got a free fishing license.
So
Oh yeah. All right. Another thing I like now, I can we can throw this out, okay, but I do want to ask it, right? Because I do want to know how your guys are struggling, or do you know people that are struggling with? Let me ask you the question, okay? All right. And I want to talk about SNAP, right, and other government assistance, other government assistance being cut. How are y'all guys responding? I know you touched upon it at one time earlier, but I'd like to know the anxiety, the doubt that people felt when they knew that that SNAP card would not be loaded.
It was real. It was real. I'm telling you, they would check it and say, it didn't hit. That they'd heard it. But when they woke up, because they check it at 6 o'clock in the morning, it didn't hit. And everybody is inboxing or messaging everybody. It didn't hit. It didn't hit. They were worried. Some people were very.
So all that during that time, they were checking everything.
Worried. It was just a myth or gossip until the day they woke up on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and it wasn't there, baby. They were worried. Everybody was talking to everybody, and now it was so effective when he did that, when that happened, that more people that was ashamed to go to the pantry was at the pantry yesterday and day before yesterday, because it was Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm talking Tuesday at 3 o'clock, Wednesday at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then Wednesday at 12 in the afternoon, and everybody was there. The line was crazy long because you just don't know.
And I'm sure white folks was in that line too.
Yeah. Girl, yes.
Like I told the guest,
they was first.
They don't want to go.
Just a minute, it's more white people on food stamps than there are black people.
Now, as far as Medicaid, now Trillium is putting their clients through things because I have a couple clients so messed up to where had to stop the home service care providing for them and take away a few days also. Yes.
Really? These are for folks that get in-home care.
In-home care and stop
my mother used to have that.
And it is very effective. And for a couple of my clients, they haven't even come back on yet.
All right, so this is more than just the impact on kids. It's the impact on old folks. Senior citizens
a big impact on them because they're getting less care.
Yeah, but people were worried. People were worried. But anybody that came around me, I just try to encourage. because you could do things. One thing I love to do is clean fish. Everybody love fish.
Right. Okay.
Oh, that
All
sounds
right. But
good. Good.
besides doing that, what else did you see? Did you see people going into stores and taking anything? Nobody did anything like that, did they?
No.
Oh no, but they threatened it. I don't know if they were trying to be funny, but people threatened it, and
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I believe it because when I was younger, Walter, if I was pushed in the corner, I'm gonna get it. My children gonna eat, and I'm a little hungry too. So
Okay.
it will be done. It
All
could
right.
be done, but you don't want that problem. You don't want that
But do you
problem
see if they didn't stop, if they didn't reopen the government and restart the benefits, the SNAP benefits, what do you think would have happened? Do you think there would have been a situation where
for sure. Yeah,
people would just go take things or something like that? Did you
yeah,
hear anybody talking along those lines?
yes, yes, including me. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
And
not laughing,
look, I don't even. Yo, it's bad. I don't even get them for real. I don't get food stamps. However, my children do. We a clan. We help each other. But,
right.
huh?
I said, right.
Yeah. So when if they're worried, I have to do whatever I need to do to keep them from worrying. And how I get the news inside of them, I cook 2-3 times a day, full course meals,
I
two,
see your
two, three
meal.
dinners in real life. And when they come pick their place up, I tell them what the latest is.
I
Yeah.
noticed
Wow.
that on your social media. You're doing it very well with
Yeah.
the cooking. Yes.
Because when they don't, I don't think you are well versed. Shady is my oldest daughter,
Yeah, she
but
loves to cook. Mhm.
yeah, and she loves the news too. She likes to find
Yeah.
out what's going on because she swears she's going to create a bunker behind her house. But and if she do, I'm coming. But when they come and get something to eat, I tell them, look, did you see what such and such did this day or this, that, and the other? And I direct eye contact because I'm serious, and you need to get serious too. So that's how I get them with food and babysitting
And
when
then
they pick the
Okay.
children.
it affected look at with the Medicaid, we also some of the hospitals are closed down because I know Williamson Hospital been closed down for a while now. And I think they're trying to reopen it. Are they trying to reopen it now?
They in talks, people are bidding for it. But a guy had a heart attack, was having a heart attack, and because he had to go all the way to Burke T, he
Mm-hmm.
died.
Wow,
That
that's
delay.
sad.
Because
Yeah,
there
because
is
I mean, but you must have read my mind because I got Williamson's does not have a hospital. What do you think about that?
that's
That's my
terrible.
last question. We're
Wow.
thinking alike.
It's terrible because people don't have gas. They taking our money, our food stamps. They done took a hospital. Now we got to steal from Paul to pay Peter, or vice versa, to give somebody gas to go to the hospital, or call the ambulance for a non-emergency ride to the emergency room to Little Washington or Burke T. But you still get a bill for that. That's $500 or more.
Yeah, Bert T, but you go to Windsor.
Most
Yeah,
people
that's the
go.
one. Isn't
It's
it the
half and
one?
half. Windsor.
Okay.
Which is 20 some
Okay.
miles away, and Washington is also 20 some miles away. So it's you either take a right or you take a left.
Okay.
And then they have
I
urgent care too. They have urgent care, but urgent care just
It's expensive.
touch you and give you pain pills. They don't do anything. It's terrible.
That's it. That's it.
I'm going
All
to
right. So
shift
they
it
get.
just a little bit.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
Shift it a little bit. I have a big concern about ICE, and they're definitely coming for our people. They have already got all other so-called brown people, but now they're targeting the black people. And you know, all our children's life has always been our issue with police brutality. You know, so my question to you about, especially with our Gen X generation coming up, how are we going to protect how do you think we can protect our children from this? Or what
That's
do you
a
think
hard
as a
one.
people and as a parent, how we can address the violence in our own black community? Because it's still there. So how can we
You're
address
right.
that?
And that's really
still
hard,
there.
Briggette. Because they're not having it. We can, knowledge is the key that we know. It's very powerful. And we can talk to them. But when they're 18, 19, 20 years old, they think they're grown and they ain't going to sit down about it. They're going to fight. So if you try to do that, it's going to be a problem. It will not be easy. And it's that's scary when they start targeting us like they're targeting the Spanish community, it's going to be bad. And I don't know what to do other than prepare them verbally, but they're angry. So I don't know what to do. I'm gonna try. Basically,
Okay,
if
when you say Rashida, targeting us, what do you mean?
targeting our black butts, us
Especially our
Who?
black
The
black,
people.
government? You talking about
our
ICE
especially our
or?
black
ICE,
boys.
when ICE start, because Trump can't stand us because we're so amazing. He hated. We are fire as a community with this pretty skin. We ain't got to sit outside and look like this. We woke up
That's
like
right.
this. He can't
Absolutely.
stand it. Then we got the nerve to have all our teeth and know how to read too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
He
yeah.
getting
can't
them.
stand
We
it.
educating our children. That's what's
Okay,
tearing
and
them
then
apart.
all right, and got some style about ourselves. Then they getting federal jobs, opening up their own businesses. When they did that pandemic that they scheduled that year, when they
Mm-hmm.
scheduled that pandemic, people start opening up their own businesses, and it took off. He can't stand it, but they're angry. They're not when they target us. It is going to be a bloodbath, and I hate to say it because some people ain't going down. This generation under me, well, under Shady's 29. That generation under Shady is
And
not
that's what I was
having it.
thinking about. They're
They
not gonna
not
have.
having
They're not having it.
Well, I'm in line with them. You know,
That's a
that's
different.
what I
I
think. There's
always
no,
think
I mean,
about that. I always think about that generation is our Black Panther generation.
it. Right. Can I
well,
ask
don't
You
a
know,
forget that we
and
question?
grew up in the Black Panthers.
Uncle Boopie talk later,
I have a question.
Yeah,
compromise later, but protection first.
that's right. That's right. That's right. Hey, that's what counts. But I think that on to follow up on your point, right, is that you know they've black people, all right, are the hardest working, like you said, the hardest working people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. And what they fail to realize is that we have been working hard since we were slaves.
Right.
We worked 7 days or 6.5 days. I think they gave us Sunday back during slavery. They gave us Sunday off,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
but we worked from sun up to sundown and then afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and for them to say that we don't work hard and we're lazy, we're perceived. That's a myth that they
Terrible.
have pushed. They
Mm-hmm.
pushed in a myth. I know I can see any I know there's lazy people in every daggone culture.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It is lazy people. There's always gonna be some lazy people, but
Yeah.
black people have always had to be twice as good
Twice as
Mm-hmm.
as the
good.
white guy.
That's
Yep.
right.
And they talk about
Everything.
DEI. That
Yeah.
mean for us to be in there, we had to be twice as good as our colleagues in there, the
Mm.
white people in there.
And then to be black
And
and
I
a
did a
woman.
show on this, but it just made me so mad. But I'm sorry, I don't mean to
Mm-hmm.
hijack your show.
No, no,
All
no,
right,
no, no.
but
You're
I
good. Go
just want to
ahead.
throw those points in,
It's true.
and I want to reiterate those points. All right,
Mm-hmm.
don't
Yeah.
believe what they're saying out there because it's
Mm-hmm.
nonsense. We work
Nonsense.
hard. We've always worked
Yeah.
hard, and
Right.
then on top of us working, we had to suffer prejudice and discrimination,
Right.
being talked down to. So that's my spiel, and I'm being quiet now.
Well, that's all right because we know we talking truth to power. That's what we doing.
Yeah.
We speaking
Right.
truth to power. And I'm gonna shift just a little bit more. And I know that you were involved, and I remember that during Obama's administration, when we first voted him in, I was so excited. I think I talked to you on the
Mhm.
phone. You said, "Oh
Yeah.
God,
Oh yeah.
we've been doing campaigning and doing all that
Yeah.
stuff, and that was
Mm-hmm.
pretty amazing time." But here
Mm-hmm.
in North Carolina, we know that the Republicans have always targeted the black people since the day we put Obama in the White House. The North Carolina voted for Obama in 2008.
Mm-hmm.
So they have done what they call redistricting
Right.
North Carolina. So what they have done is, we have a totally Republican House and Senate here in North Carolina.
Right.
And so it's more of them than Democrats. And it's the same things in the judicial area. So they
Mm-hmm.
have changed the laws now and
Mm-hmm.
made it so that the governor no longer can have the right to appoint certain positions like election board position. So they have now appointed a Republican election board position.
Mm-hmm.
And they have also been blocking every vote that we can have. But I do know that in the rural areas like Martin County and down East rural area has a higher volume of black voters. My question is to you: how are we how can we get out, or what strategies that you saw during the time that you were working trying to get Obama elected? You were pretty much Jakai and Turk and everybody's age and Shada. You were in
Mm-hmm.
that age bracket.
Mm-hmm.
What strategy did you see during that period that you
Mm-hmm.
might see that we need to do with our younger people now to get them out to vote? Because 2026 is coming up. We didn't do
Mm-hmm.
too bad in the election, the previous election in
Right.
November, and
Mm-hmm.
because the Democrats did their thing, especially, and it was the young. It was the
Mm-hmm.
young people that did their things. But what do you think we need to do to get that young generation out, like you all got out during Obama's, to get them out? Because this election coming in 2020 is not a presidential, but it's positions that can
Mm-hmm.
help us knock that man down and put his diaper on in the retirement system.
Yes. Yes. So use what we're going through right now and get these children excited.
Mm-hmm.
I was excited for change. We don't deserve what we get. What we're going through right now, we don't deserve it. So, as a parent, as I went door to door in scary rural areas in Connecticut to get these people excited, and just conversation, just talk, keep talking, let them get it out, and then show them, tell them why this is going to work this time. And then we got to use social media. We don't want to be up there. I know I ain't studying social media but picture time, but you got to get out there and say, look, this is what's happening. Can you believe that we made this difference just because Donald and his group of floozies did this, that, and the other, and now everybody is getting upset. They're turning against them. You better be in that number. You got to excite them however you got to excite them. Put some music in the background, but you got to pump them up. It can't just be us. It got to be them because they are doers.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
My 22-year-old she keep fire up under me. She keep me going. We
Mm-hmm.
encourage each other every day. Sometimes I'm sad, but listen, you're gonna be all right, and this is how we're gonna be all right. You know,
And
so
we have to use that thing with that generation. This is how you do it, because they got to
this
get out
is
there. We got to get them in all over, but
not
especially in
that
North
song. I'm about
Carolina,
to.
we have to pour, because the rural areas, that's where the power is. Don't worry about the big cities. The power
Right.
is in the rural areas. Pull them young
Mm-hmm,
black people out, young black folks out there,
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
get them voting. And we
Just
get
get them
them.
excited. We
And
gotta
here's the
find a
thing: they
way.
have to register now. They have to
Mm-hmm,
start registering now, because um, I know that the North Carolina administration, I mean, they threw out, the Republicans threw out a board, election
mm-hmm,
board threw out thousands and thousands of votes last year,
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
registered voters here in North Carolina. And
Yeah,
they targeted, and you know what area they target? The
I was
rural
one of
area.
them. They sent me a letter saying
What?
how I wasn't. Yes, I have the letter. They sent me a letter saying that my vote didn't count here in North Carolina when I got registered to vote 3 years prior through social services. I have the letter still today.
So when you went to vote, they said you're not on the register.
Yeah, I
That's
got
what
my
happened.
sticker.
Huh?
No, they gave me my sticker and everything, and they put it. I put it inside of the box and everything. But 2 or 3 days later, I got a letter saying how I wasn't registered to vote here in Williamston for the presidential.
Your vote was kicked out
Yeah,
last
it was
year.
kicked out. I got the
But what they
paper.
did,
Frank didn't get one.
they threw out tons of voters to
Mm-hmm.
keep us from North Carolina for having that the winning presidential for Kamala Harris. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's still strange that how the North Carolina did all Democrat, straight ticket, except the president and the
Oh.
board of election, and I think it was one jurisdiction named the judge for a judge.
Mm-hmm.
That was the Republican. Everything else was Democrat. It was just
Yeah.
strange. But then we found out that they had kicked them out, kicked the votes out. We let
Mm-hmm.
people vote, and then kicked out the votes when they was not legit.
Right.
So, Uncle, do you have anything to say on that matter?
No, but I do have a question around what Trump is doing. You know, instead of giving y'all guys, not you,
Mm-hmm.
but people 100% of the SNAP, you know, he's sending out half. What's
Yeah.
going on with those payments? That's what I want to know.
Well, because he heard the people. The people start, so he just giving a little bit, and when he going to give a lot, because he about to send the rest of them too. But he heard the people. He just stupid. He ain't dumb. He heard the people. He causing problems. Everybody's speaking on it. He got the whole world going crazy. You can't just do that. You can't just do that. He heard the people. Just like he did something. I can't think of it offhand. But he listening. He can't do that. It's not even for him to do. He did something that the judge said, okay, this is, you have to do this and you have to do that. And he's like, no, I'm not doing it. But after a couple of days, he go, all right, I'll give them half. And as hungry as the people were, they said, I'll take it. But you can't
Okay.
leave people hungry. He gonna lose. He ain't gonna win. He's not gonna win.
Well,
And do you think?
he's planning on, they're trying to pass, they brought up a legislative law in the, I want to say it's the Senate. I know, but you can please, audience, check my facts if you need to know. Whereas Donald Boop,
Okay, don't go ahead. You're a church lady, so go ahead.
Donald could be president another 3 years, another
Yeah.
4 years. Correction.
Another 4 years.
Extended
Yeah.
another 4 years.
Wouldn't that be a blessing?
He's not going to make it.
Oh, you talking about after
they're
this?
fighting.
Yeah.
Y'all, that's because he's trying to throw us off for the next stupid thing he going to do tomorrow. Everything he do is just, he don't want them Epstein files to come out, honey.
There you go.
Surprised
That's the underlying thing.
I'm surprised he ain't set Diddy free yet. He doing anything to keep that from happening.
I thought he was setting Diddy free. I thought he was going to set Diddy free.
Well, he brought it up.
Delane living her best life.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, he's supposed to pardon her, though. I did hear something about that.
Yeah, because he answered the questions the way that she was supposed to answer. He doing anything to just, if he send them $2,000 out, we gonna be all right until it's spent, and we coming back.
He ain't sending the $2,000.
You know what I heard now?
I know he not. He just, I feel like he spreaded it out just to get people riled up.
I don't mean to go off topic, right? But I heard a lot of black guys voted for Trump for the stimulus check. Did you hear anything like that?
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
No, Mr. Walter, we don't like him around here.
Now they got their first $2,000. Yeah, and then they're getting $2,000. Everybody getting $2,000, which the government doesn't have.
That's hearsay. First of all, I just heard it for the first time on the news today in passing. Like they didn't elaborate on it.
They're doing that now. They're trying to find the money to do it.
I hope they find it
because I think
they can't even find the money.
To pay $2,000 to every eligible person would cost.
Well, who they paid $5 billion to? Was that Argentina, Venezuela?
Yeah.
They found $5 billion to give to Venezuela. Can we get that back?
$20 billion.
$20 billion. See, I was being nice. Bring that back, and then I'll take the $2. But I'm not voting for him. I'm not doing nothing different. I can't stand him.
Well, he wants to be a dictator. He likes being a king.
Learn how to spell. He got to learn how to spell and talk.
Well, he doesn't really need to. When you're rich, you really don't need.
He don't even know how to say how he really feel. He used words like stupid, done, and really great, and better than everybody in the world. He don't even know how to.
But it works for him. It works for him.
It works for him because you got.
Because he's the president,
some people that is on his level. He's making them feel they're worthy when he talk like that.
Well, Elon said that attempted assassination was made up. He created that. I believe that.
Well, I'm on the fence on that one because I don't have the facts in front of me.
I believe it, though.
Yay or nay. I wouldn't doubt that he's.
How you missed? I don't understand that.
I don't know.
I
don't see it. Everything that happens to him has to be a conspiracy behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. Anything that he's involved with that affects him is a conspiracy, which is unfortunate. They made the release of the Epstein files. That's a conspiracy. They're trying to get me and this and that. He's scared. But, I'm off topic. I'm way off topic.
Well, did y'all hear how he said he was going to do another term is let J.D. Vance run for president. He win, and he be vice president, and then J.D. Vance step aside, and then he start back running the country. Did y'all hear that interview?
I thought it would be the other way around. It'd be the most logical thing.
He said that once this term is over, then he'll back up J.D. Vance. J.D. is going to run, and he's going to be J.D. Vance's president. And once J.D. wins, J.D. is going to step down to allow Trump to be president to continue what he was doing in this administration.
Yeah, I'm hearing so much.
He said that in front of the cameras. He said that in front of the camera.
The people that they get the facts wrong, and then Trump sues them. So you got to be. We got to be. we got to be very careful
Mm-hmm.
that we don't make a statement that is not, substantiated.
That's true.
We can't afford to go with conspiracies like a lot of people. Oh yeah, blah 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 blah. And then one day they catch you and they come after you just for make you an example. You know what I
Okay.
mean? We got
Well,
to
I'm
get
gonna
a
send you that
podcast where we're
video as
talking
well.
nonsense.
I'll send you
You
that
know what I
video too.
mean? Yeah, they putting out misinformation. So we don't want that issue, but that's why
Right.
we go overboard to have facts that
Mm-hmm.
support
Okay. I'll
our
send you that interview.
opinions.
He was sitting in the chair. I'm telling you, I've seen it. Mm-mm. Yeah. I'll send it to you though, Walter.
Man, he was like this yesterday.
I didn't see. Where was
Somebody's
he at?
ceremony. He was like that.
Where did this
Yeah.
interview happen?
It's in Washington, D.C. Some ceremony that he was a part of, but he was just sitting there not doing much. But I'll get the clip, and I'm going to add that clip to the show.
Because late nights he's sitting here, how he can
But
throw turmoil
But
throughout this country.
he stays on social media more than I do, and I'm up there too
Mm-hmm.
much. I mean,
Yeah.
to be the president of the United States, and he's supposed to be operating things, but he's always up there calling everybody dumb, and like you said, it's stupid and not smart. And he's talking about himself most times to his own mama, and that's factual.
So while he's reporting all these people, why is Melania still here? Why is his wife still around? Everybody got to go, but his wife can stay.
Because
the South
actually he
Africans
have
can
not
come
kicked
in
out
too.
anybody
He
from the
said
other.
they can come.
He's only have been ICE has only been after brown people.
Brown skin.
But
Right,
those people are, some of these people are United States citizens.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care.
They don't care. And that, matter of fact, didn't I just hear that a law was passed from our so-called Supreme Court justices telling them that he do have the right to arrest and deport United States citizens?
Well, that's a birthright citizenship. No, you're not telling me they've made a decision on birthright citizenship that was before the Supreme Court.
Okay.
Birthright citizenship is that you're from a foreign country, you come over here, have a baby. That baby right now would be a citizen.
Right.
Trump wants to take that privilege away.
Yeah. Send them back so they can arrest them.
Right. That's why you got birthright citizenship. All right. You're born here, you're a citizen, period.
Yeah.
That's the way it is now. Trump wants to change that. Okay.
He definitely wants to change that.
All right. So he's keep going down. He's scaling down until he gets to the point where criminals, if you have a felony like he does, you should be shipped to Uganda or something. So he should be on the daggone plane too, going with the rest of them to Uganda or something.
A felony.
Yeah.
He's got a felony, a felony president.
He got 14
but nobody
felonies.
else in the United States with a felony can vote.
I think he got the most felonies I've ever.
Trump has 34 felonies.
Hey, look, the young gentleman, the millennial says, or the GX people always says, make that make sense.
Okay.
Yeah, make that make sense. Right. Make that make sense.
If he could be president,
they can vote, but the president of the United States has 34 felonies.
So that's a way to excite the young people. Briggette, that's how we're going to excite the young people. Let them know that, listen, you got a felon, but if you turn your life around, guess what? You can be president.
That's right. You can be president.
I bet you that now. It's not going to happen. They're going to say he's a felon. They're going to be running. He's a felon. Blah, 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 blah. He's a lawbreaker. But Trump got 34 felonies. And the reason he's hanging on trying to be president, as soon as he becomes a private citizen, he's going to jail in New York.
Really?
He's going to jail in New York.
Well, that's what he's fighting to keep from going to jail. Yeah.
He was convicted.
But he was convicted before he even became president the second round. And he didn't go to jail.
He got convicted in New York.
That was the reason why he wanted to become president, because that's
why he's
so going to jail.
Yeah.
He's gonna pardon himself, Walter. He ain't going to jail.
He gonna pardon himself and everybody else.
No, it's a state.
Like them 1,500 people.
Case. It's not a federal case. He can commute, but he can't pardon anything until the sentence is made.
Mm-hmm.
He could be a private citizen. He won't have power. That's why he don't want to be a private citizen.
That's exactly why.
But once he's a private citizen, forget about it. They're going to lock him up.
Yes.
Oh, I did not know that. That's why he want to do an extra few more years.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Excuse me.
Exactly.
Yeah. They was found guilty. 34 counts.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean a jury, not just somebody, just the jury.
This is a jury trial. this is a jury trial of his peers in New York.
Of his peers in New York.
Mm, 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 mm.
Brown and guilty.
Yeah, I mean, there were no, like, one person don't think he, but it was unanimous, it has to be unanimous anyway. But, yeah, the Manhattan people, the people on his level and stuff, like, they found him guilty.
Mm-hmm. That's why he's firing all these people.
Yeah,
That's why
he was
upset.
overstating his assets to get loans. He was understating assets. He was doing all kinds of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
to be able to do his business, which was wrong. You don't do
Right.
business that way.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's unethical. But anyway, I digress.
Well,
But
I am going to say these final, well, not my final comments, but some closing out words. I do want to share that we are definitely in our survival mode.
Yes.
We in preserving our future for the millennials and the GX generations to come. And I feel like staying positive, like you said before, and walking in faith is what our ancestors taught us to survive. So with that said, Miss Rashida, my beautiful baby, I got to still call you my baby, Rashida Reddick. What final words would you give to the millennials and the Gen X generation and our audience to fight for and preserve our future? Just some encouragement, whatever you want to say. Your final.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Don't be afraid and don't be fooled. Stay current. Know what's going on so you can prepare as to what you need to do. Encourage the people around you, encourage yourself, encourage your children, and pray, stay prayed up, pray all the time. But talk to God through Jesus, but you stay current as to what's going on. And it ain't his way, it's God's way. And we got this.
We got this. Nothing new under the sun. And with that said, I want a few words from Walt Weekly, the CEO, who's training me on everything.
yeah, she's my successor. So anyway,
Nice.
it'd be the Bot Weekly. So Nisi Weekly. All right. Anyway, the only thing that I want to leave for our audience, I love all y'all guys that subscribe and the comments and things that I get from you guys and the attachments that you send to me, thinking it's relevant to what I do, what we do here. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. The Walt Weekly appreciates that, and Bridget and Ernest, our co-host and producer, they do everything, and I appreciate them. I just want to tell them that I appreciate them. Okay. So with that said, hey, please, if you like the Walt Weekly, and I believe y'all guys will like the Walt Weekly because, we're very serious about facts. And we take facts and we provide our opinions on those facts. That's why I'm a commentator. All right. And, so just understand, what our purpose and our means of operating and providing y'all guys with a podcast, how we do that. We use every tool out there that we get. We're going to be incorporating some AI, but not in what we put out there. But in terms of, research is faster and quicker, and we can respond and be a little bit more agile than we are. Okay? So with that said, I want to just thank Miss Rashida Brown, and
Thank
our
you.
host, Miss Briggette Stokes. And I'll see y'all guys next week. And, keep your heads up. Be alert.